everyone, my name is Manuela Villanueva from BSc1 and today I'm going to discuss our next topic which is the conservation of mechanical energy. So example, a man in class and drops from 10 meters above the water surface, neglect air resistance. And ang tinatanong dito is two questions. The letter A question is, use conservation of mechanical energy to find the speed of 5 meters above the water surface. And sa letter B question naman, find his speed as he hit the water. So, in this scenario, ang present dito is yung diver and yung ground. So, drawing ko lang ang scenario. Ito yung diver. Ayan yung diver. And dito siya nag-start sa may position na to. Siya nag-start mag-dive. So, ang taas nung pinag-dive ba niya is 10 meters habang makikita natin na in this scenario, meron na unknown na kinetic energy since yung velocity na yung hinahanap natin. And mayroon din tayong given na position which is 5 meters. Kaya naman, mapapansin natin na unknown din yung final potential energy. Kaya naman, since dito siya nag-start, initial kinetic energy natin is equal to 0. So, to solve for letter A question, yung gagamitin natin formula is initial energy is equals to initial final energy final, which is initial of kinetic energy plus initial potential energy is equals to final potential energy plus final potential energy. So, by substituting 1/2 mv times mass times velocity, initial velocity squared plus mass times the gravity times the initial position is equals to 1/2 times the mass times the initial velocity squared plus mass times the final position. So, para makuha natin yung formula natin for velocity, magiging ganito na siya ngayon, g times initial position minus g times the final position is equals to 1/2 times the final velocity squared. So, para matira nga yung velocity and since siya nawawala dito, times lang natin both sides sa 2 at i-factor natin si g. So, magiging ganito na siya, 2g times initial position times the final position is equals to final velocity quantity squared. And since nga velocity nga hinahanap natin, para mawala yung quantity squared ni velocity, lagyan lang natin both side ng square root. So, pwede na itong makancel ngayon. So, our final velocity now, or the velocity is equals to 2g initial position times the final position square root of 2g times initial position minus final position. So, ito na ngayon yung formula natin for the getting the velocity. So, pwede na natin i-substitute. So, parahin ko lang ito. So, since ang formula natin for velocity is final velocity is equals to square root of 2g times the initial position minus the final position. So, by substituting 2 times the gravity na 9.81 meter per second squared times yung initial position natin, which is ito yun, yung 10 meters, kung saan siya start, minus the final position na 5 meters, which is given naman na to find the 5 meters above the surface. Kaya, yun yung magiging final position. So, final position now is equal to 2 times square root of 2 times 9.81 meter per second squared times 10 meters minus 5 meters is equal to 9.9 meter per second squared. So, ito ngayon yung hinahanap na final velocity sa letter A question, given that the speed is 5 meters above the surface. So, ito ngayon yung final velocity na hinahanap sa letter A, which is equals to 9 meter per second. And to solve for letter B, so sorry. Ang hinahanap naman kay letter B is to find his speed as he hits the water. So, final potential energy natin dito is equals to 0 na. So, hanapin na natin si letter B. Ganun lang din yung gagamitin natin formula. 1/2 times mass times velocity squared plus mass times gravity times initial position equals to 1/2 times the mass times the velocity times the final velocity squared plus mass times gravity times the final position. So, since yung wala naman tayong mass dito, pwede na natin i-cancel yung mass dito. And 0 naman na din yung value ni velocity. Kaya pwede na natin i-cancel ito. Ayan, cancel natin yan. 0 na. And ang matitira na lang ngayon is si G. Initial position is equals to 1/2 velocity squared. So, cross multiply lang natin 2g initial position is equals to final position squared. And para makancel nga yung squared, i-divide lang natin, lagyan lang natin both side na square root. So, our velocity now is equal to square root of 2g 2 times g times the initial position, and then we can substitute na ngayon yung given value to get the final velocity sa letter B question. So, by substituting, final velocity is equals to 2 times the gravity na 9.81 meter per second squared times sa initial position na 10 meters. So, our final velocity now is equals to 14 meter per second. So, ito ngayon yung velocity or yung speed na hinahanap sa letter B question as the diver hits the water with ganitong kabilis na speed, which is equals to 14 meter per seconds.